Good morning, everyone, from the Back 40 Mini Firewood Fulfillment Center. We were down here this morning getting all of the orders ready to ship out. And I wanted to thank everyone that was on the live stream last night. And I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to everyone who has ordered the Flames of the Northwoods so far. It's, like I said, it was a busy morning. I'm going to show you here in a bit. And then I'm going to take you outside and give you a little update on the boiler, because some of you are probably wondering how the new door is working with the boiler. So before we head out there, let me just show you around here quick what's going on down here, what's been going on down here in the Back 40 Mini Firewood Fulfillment Center. Just a quick little shot of the inventory. So this is how we have everything separated out. We have birch, cherry, hickory, maple, oak, walnut, and white pine over there at the end. So if you were on the live stream last night, this is where little boss man was coming over with his basket, and he would pull out pieces from each of these totes, fill up the basket, and then bring it over to fill it up. So here's what has been keeping us busy all morning. These are all the orders that are going out today. Everything from the pre-order and orders that came in the past few days. So we had orders going all over the place. California, Las Vegas, Florida, North Carolina, Rochester, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. All of these boxes are all packed up and ready to go, and we'll be heading out and getting shipped out today. So yes, a little busy this morning, but now let's head on out to the boiler and check out how the new door is working. So the Woodmaster 4400 is back to burning great. It's been a week now since I replaced the door. One of the big things I've noticed from before when the door was leaking is just the amount of ash and the coals that are left over. So before, I would get a lot of coals that weren't really burned down that great. And this is from my last clean out of ashes. And if you're wondering how big of a pile about 5 cords of wood makes for ash, right there it is. I have been putting all my ash here for every clean out this year, just to kind of show and give a representation in the spring of how much ash I had for one burning season. So let me add the bucket that I just emptied out last week to this pile. So this will give you a little, I guess, you'll be able to see kind of scale of how big this pile is. Give you a sense of the scale. So there is the trash can I use, and that is how big of a pile of ash that I have cleaned out so far. Started burning in October, beginning of October I think it was, and now it's the middle of January. So there it is. There's how much ash. Like I said, I think I've burned around 5, maybe a little over 5 cords so far. So now, if we come in to check on the boiler itself, we are still at 168. So just for reference, I filled up the boiler last night at around 10 o'clock. And it is now a little after noon this morning, the next day. So we are well over a 12-hour burn, and we're still at 168. And that's what I mean by, I think it's just been running a lot more efficient. Well, obviously, without an air leak in the door, it's going to run more efficiently, but let me just take a look. Yeah, so we have a few coals left, and you can see, you know, how the ash now is like really burned down. So you can tell when this thing goes through its cycles throughout the night that it's getting plenty of air when the blower's on, and it's burning a lot better. We stir up these coals a little bit, rake them to the front. Still a nice bed of coals in there from, like I said, around 14, a little over 14 hours ago. So it's looking good, and I will probably, because I've got some other stuff going on here now today, I'm probably going to fill this up maybe just with like, I don't know, 5, 6 pieces, just enough to get through till tonight's fill up. because this won't be enough to last till this evening at 10 o'clock. So I'll probably put a few pieces on and, like I said, then come back out this evening and fill it up. But over to the door, let me just grab this because I want to show you something. So I took the blower off the old door, and the more and more I got thinking about this, I changed the blower 2 years ago. And when I did that, I'm not sure if the gasket, the seal that was around the blower, I don't know if, I think half of it fell off, because if you look right here, there's kind of like a little tear. It's almost like half gone from, so like right here, yeah, see there's part of this gasket still here. But I think it was missing on this side over here and on the bottom. So I think when I replaced the blower the last time, I didn't pay attention to that gasket that seals the blower to the door. And that is where my problem, that's what caused probably my problem last year with the stack getting plugged up, and now this year with the door and the blower getting plugged up. So if you ever have to replace your blower, pay attention to the gasket, or I don't know if you can put something down to seal that, but it definitely needs, this one was definitely not all the way around the door. So because of that gasket missing on this side over here, and I believe on the bottom, that was allowing that slow air leak to actually draw the smoke from inside back out. And then that's what was causing all this dripping and running of the creosote, and it blocked up the door, blocked up the motor, or the blower, blocked everything up. Now there were a few comments and suggestions about doing like preventative maintenance. And with these blowers and the door for the Woodmaster 4400, I don't think it's really recommended to take that blower off each year and inspect the inside of your door, because if you do that, I think you run the risk of damaging that seal around the blower, between the blower and the door. So I don't think it wasn't a matter of preventative maintenance. It was more of a matter of I didn't pay attention the last time I replaced the blower to that seal and the gasket. So it's something that if you never run into an issue, like if your blower never goes out, you may never have to take it off the door, and you might be good for however long your boiler runs, 20 years, 15 years, whatever. So like I mentioned earlier though, if you do have to replace a blower on the Woodmaster 4400, or even I think maybe the Woodmaster 5500, pay attention to that seal around where the blower connects to the door. Because the more and more I thought about it, that was probably leaking last year as well, and that's what caused the stack to plug up. And now this year, it was pulling, well, last year it was probably slowly starting to plug up the door. And then this year it finally, drawing that air back out. So air from inside the firebox was getting drawn back out down through that crack or through that broken seal. And that's what caused all of the buildup. And I will be keeping this door around. I know there were people asking what I plan to do with this door. I have been kind of reaching in there and cleaning stuff out, and it's cleaned out enough now to where if I needed to replace this door, I could probably use that one and just make sure that that seal between the blower and the door is good, and I don't think it would build up inside there anymore. So I am going to hold on to this door just in case, just to kind of have a backup. I'm going to refurbish it as best I can, and then hopefully I won't ever have the need to use it again. So the boiler's back running good. I'm going to hold on to the door and keep it as a backup. And the Flames of the Northwoods has been a huge success. So thank you everyone. If you ordered a box, greatly appreciate the support. And I got to get back in because actually, as I was coming out here, my phone notification went off and I have another order to go pack up and maybe be able to get out yet today. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.